Yes, y'all. Welcome to episode number 120 of the Klyph Notes podcast. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me, man. Thank you for downloading. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for telling people about the podcast. It means a lot. It goes a long way in helping us do what we do, which is bring you great episodes like this one. This one's really special, man. I had a chance to connect and chop it up with the homie DJ Renz. DJ Renz of Akepele Apparel. Akepele Apparel, a supporter of the Klyph Notes podcast. So it was dope to catch up, man, because it's been a minute. And we had such a great conversation, man. We talked about just coming through the year 2020 and the craziness of that situation. We talk about mental health and the things that we all had to deal with through that. We had a chance to talk about all he's been doing with live streaming, which is really, really cool. And we had a chance to talk about an event that's coming up right here in Portland, June 25th, 26th, and 27th. It's the Akepele Apparel pop-up. It's going to be so dope, man. Live DJs. He's going to have items from the summer and fall line out there. Some other very special, some special things, you know what I mean? We can't put it all out there, man, but the conversation is dope. It's really, really exciting to be able to get out and do things again, and this event is going to be crazy, man. So we're going to talk all about that and so much more in this episode of the Klyph Notes podcast. Also want to let people know something that happens every year, and we're really excited to be able to do it again in front of a live audience. August the 20th through the 26th of every year is PDX Hip Hop Week, and it's going down this year. We're really, really psyched, man. We get to kick things off on August the 20th with Mic Check PDX. It's going to be crazy. The lineup is going to be nuts, man. We're doing it at Lola's Room at the historic Crystal Ballroom. It's the official Portland album release event for Boom Bap Project. Yup, Boom Bap Project, man. They're releasing their first album in almost 15 years, Return Flight. The original crew is back together. The night is going to be, the lineup's dope, man. Boom Bap is going to be performing. Cool Nuts is on the bill. JB is on the bill. Hanif is on the bill. Kunu is on the bill. Some other special guests are going to be coming through. Of course, DJ OG1 is going to be in the building. And, I'm going to be there hosting the situation, so it's going to be a good time. And one of the other dope things, man, is that we have an opportunity to partner with local nonprofit Hip Hop Fighting Cancer, and a portion of proceeds from the event are going to go to support that organization. And it's really special, in part because just being able to have an opportunity to partner with a group that's fighting such a crazy disease like cancer that's touched so many of us, but especially because it took our friend and our founder, Star Child. So dope to be able to do that with them. We also have an opportunity to honor with a special presentation to a local member of our community, DJ Ambush, for all of the work that he's done in the community. A whole bunch of other stuff, man. It's going to be so cool. Once again, it goes down August the 20th, Lola's Room at the historic Crystal Ballroom. And tickets are available right now. So you can get them pre-sale joints. You can go to the website, miccheckpdx.com. You can also get the tickets at pdxhiphopweek.com. Get them tickets, man. You know what I mean? I got to give a shout out to some other people who are making this possible. Our media sponsors, X-Ray FM and The Numbers FM. And of course, people who've been really helping hold us down for a minute. Shout out to Ear Trumpet Labs, man. Local manufacturing of some dope microphones. So grateful for them and what they do. Also want to give a shout out to Cascade Record Pressing. Local manufacturer of vinyl, man. 7 inches, 12 inches albums, the whole nine. So big ups to them. Check them out, man. EarTrumpetLabs.com, CascadeRecordPressing.com. Support the supporters, you know what I mean? All right, y'all. We're going to keep it pushing, man. But once again, August the 20th, presented by Mic Check PDX and McMiniman's Crystal Ballroom. It is the Portland album release event for Boom Bap Project. It's going to be crazy. All right, y'all. Let's get into this dope episode number 120. DJ Renz on the Klyph Notes podcast. Support for the Klyph Notes podcast comes from Akepele Apparel, an idea born from a love of hip-hop, funk, and soul music and its surrounding cultures. With fashion being a huge visual part of the cultures, they've created expressive images to pay homage, invoke nostalgia, and showcase the elements that make up the lifestyle and cultures of these genres. Akepele, apparel for the music lifestyle. For more information, check out acapelle.com. That's AKEPELE.com. Yes, yeah. We back with another episode of the Klyph Notes podcast. Available everywhere you listen to audio. We're just gonna jump in, man. It's dope to be able to do this one on a number of levels. One, because we haven't officially chopped it up in a minute, but two, because this cat has been. It's crazy as I just look back to see the last time that we did an episode of Klyph Notes, and then realizing it was 2017, which is, man, time flies, B. But DJ Renzo, what up?
Happy to be here, man. Happy to be here. We've been talking about this for a minute.
Right? Yeah, like we really have. And it's funny because, before I turn the microphones on, it's like I was saying, we've chopped it up a number of times, but just like in person, but got to like randomly connected at the BBD show.
Yeah, that was cool.
A couple years ago. And but for the folk who haven't been tapped in, man, like off top, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. It's been a rough year, a lot of ups and downs, but everything is kind of just balanced out. So I'm good. I really can't complain.
That's what's up. I feel like it's important to check in with folk, man, because this we haven't experienced anything like 2020 in this generation on like everything that happened, one thing after another, and it's impacted obviously everyone just on different levels, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I think just on a personal level, I think it's really cool that we're in this place now where we're open to and willing to talk about mental health as a whole, because all of us, whether we realize it or not, all of us have been impacted mentally by everything that happened. But so always just got to check in with my folk, man, off top, like Absolutely. Make sure people are good.
Yeah, I guess I should ask the same for you, man. How are you doing?
Man, look, you know what, bro? I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. You know what I mean? Yeah. I feel, my 9 to 5, I work in healthcare. And so it's every day I have an opportunity to see people who are like struggling in one capacity or another. And it gives me that opportunity to just be grateful for my health, grateful that I am still going to work, like those little things I try to. Shout out to J57. It was cool. I was talking to him and he was saying he works out every morning. He works out like his 3 gratitudes. And my wife has been on me doing that, to do that for a while. And so just being grateful, bruh. I'm good.
Yeah, that's great to hear. It is. Going back on what you were talking about with like mental health and checking in on people, man. I mean, this year has been ups and downs, trials and tribulations for a lot of people. And there's I think been a lot of opportunity for people to reflect on what they are grateful for. I was thinking on the way into the studio today about how comfortable people got in their lives. Like they didn't really feel like, the lives that we know it could be stripped away from us. And it happened, literally overnight. And I think that it was a reset for some people to like, okay, I've been a little bit lax. I've been, very selfish. I've been, all these things. And I think having some time alone, some solitude, I think was really good for some people. It was good for me too. Like, I spent a lot of time with my moms and my girl and just kind of built stronger relationships with the people close to me, which I think was good. And then it allowed me to also kind of check in and connect with people in another way, just to see how you were doing, and I think that was cool. It was a good reset. I think the pandemic was a horrible thing for a lot of reasons, but I do think there's positives to take away from it. The one that people got that internal reset, people got to just chill out for a minute, like just slow your life down and start to really appreciate the things that you had because you no longer have them and something to look forward to. And I think that's kind of where I keep bouncing back to. I mean, we December 20th, we all got the COVID and it hit us, the whole family. Oh, wow. And it wiped us out really bad. And we've been pretty careful throughout the beginning, so we thought like, dang, we got it. This is crazy, and then it was a difficult time. It was a struggle. And then my fiance's father, he's 80 and he got it really bad. He was in the hospital for a long time, and it's made us really think and appreciate stuff like, our only goal was to make sure that he got home and he's back to normal and he's back to normal. So it's one of those things to like feel good. And then, you hear about other people who are struggling and you're just like, I know the feeling, I can empathize now. Like it's no longer just this thing that everybody else got. It's something that like, oh, it hit home. This is crazy,
Wow.
So,
Wow. That's heavy, bro. That's heavy. And it's
yeah.
funny because there's that piece, and then it's just weird. It's just weird. Life is weird, bro. Life is so strange, right?
That's the best way to say it, really.
You know what I mean? We get through that, bro. And then just when I think about like the communities that we connect with in terms of entertainment, and then we look at like so many folk who are in this genre of music, one of these genres of music that we love in terms of hip hop, all of the people that we lost, like, within the last 18 months, it's just, another reason to be grateful for the time that we have and appreciate the time that we have and appreciate one another in a real tangible way. And I love what you said about investing in relationships again, because I know that for me, it's real easy to not do that. You know what I mean? It's really easy to take that for granted. And so for me, it's an opportunity to navigate that, to figure that out, to figure out how do I check in with people on a more regular basis, and how do I, not just assume that I'm going to see that person again, because there are definitely no guarantees. B. So
it's not like that. I'll touch on this just because I always want to speak. My dude's name is in last August. I was midstream of one of my wind down sets, and my girl was blowing me up on my phone. I didn't even realize. And this is while I was still doing straight from my phone IG. So I wasn't even getting the messages. And she had came to my house and in a panic, and, you got to end your show. You got to stop your show. And I was like, what the hell was going on? And she let me know that one of my friends from LA that was really close to me had committed suicide. And it was like, it took me aback big time. And it was like a real weird moment, but it went along to that mental health thing, and also went along to the idea of checking in on people. There was a lot of signs that we all missed. And I think that not we all, but like, I know myself and Mel, that we just kind of missed in conversation, because we, talk with them all the time, and, just some cues. And I'm like, man, if I would have just listened more, but I definitely don't want to put it on myself, but it's just something, it's a reminder to listen for cues. It's easy to get into your own zone and not, and kind of not pay attention, like I'll check in with this person later, or I've been meaning to check in with them. I'll do it tomorrow. They're on my mind. I'll send them a text tomorrow, or, call tomorrow or whatever. And then, that tomorrow never happens. And then you start reflecting like, damn, when they said this, when they were on the stream and they were requesting this song, was it a call for help? Like all those things that kind of play into it. And it was a wake up call. And that's, one of those things where it became, like I said, building stronger relationships. I built a relationship with his mother a little bit more now, to stay in contact, and, trying to really reach out and do some things and stay in people's ear about stuff, and just let them know I'm here. Whatever capacity you need me, I'm here, and if that time never comes, it's great. But if it does, I'm here, it's just kind of one of those things. I just wanted to share that, because it's kind of it's important to me. And when you said that, of like being able to check in on people and stay consistent about it, because it is difficult, it's like, it's really important to do that.
No doubt. No, that's heavy. Yeah. And it's crazy. It's crazy you bring that up, because we're in a very similar situation where, my wife was reconnected with a childhood friend, and in childhood they weren't necessarily close, but as adults they sort of reconciled and sort of building a relationship. And this young lady took her life, and it was really heavy. And one of the things that I've learned through someone in the service industry, that 2020, and I guess the statistics are just out there in terms of the numbers of suicide, the suicide rate increased so much, I think, because of many of the things that we talked about. So I guess, the takeaway is, anybody who's listening to this, know that if you feel like you're struggling, that there are resources. There's a national suicide hotline. I don't have it right now. I might put it in the show notes, because it's a real thing. And, we strive to be there for one another, and we can all do better. But know that regardless of what your situation is, you're not alone. Even if you feel like you are, you're not alone. So you mentioned doing the live stream. I got to talk about that, because that's one of the things that I think came from 2020. People who played out couldn't play out anymore. And so people had to figure out, I think, two things. One, they had to figure out how do I maintain that creative outlet? Because for a lot of us, that's what it is. It's an opportunity to be creative. For a lot of cats, it was, how do I just maintain this momentum? Like, how do I stay in contact with like my audience? And for some people, it was, how do I like make a little extra money since I'm not playing out like I normally would?
Yeah.
And you, bruh, you was active on the streaming, which was really cool to do, bro. So talk to me about like how that happened for you and what you're doing now in terms of streaming.
Yeah. So I guess when it first everything kind of shut down, like I lost all my summer work, gigs that I've had for years that I, kind of relied on. I lost my monthlies, everything. And it was kind of devastating, but at the same time, I'm like, again, I was like, this, it's a cool reset, like the idea of FOMO went away. Like, I'm not working and it's a good reset and nobody's working. So I'm not missing out on an opportunity or anything. Right. So to me, it was a good time to reset. And I think what had happened was, I had a lot of free time. I mean, I was wrapping up my second to last term in school when it all went down, everything went remote. So I was just kind of stuck at home and going through a lot of music and just kind of, I'm really attached to music in a weird way. Like, it really, emotionally, I get attached to music and songs, right? Whether it be a hip hop song, R&B song, funk song, like I really gravitate to it and it does something to me. I think that's the whole reason why this brand is so important to me. We could get on that in a little bit, but I just started digging through music and, we're all going through something and I just started feeling things. I'm like, man, we need happy music. We need something good to roll on. And so Mighty Moves and myself, we talked about doing one of our More Bounce nights, which was our summer parties that we do outdoors. And we wanted to just do one online, like, hey, let's bring More Bounce to the stream. And so we kind of figured out what everybody else was doing as far as the IG streams. And we were dealing with the hour time limits, getting kicked off if the song was detected for copyright. I mean, we were going through the whole spiel on that and just dealing with it. And then finally people put us on to Twitch. But to back up on that, we did the More Bounce event and it was great. And I think I did a Soul Good, one of my funk nights on there, did a couple wax sets. And then the More Bounce that Mighty Moves and I did, it ended up being just me and him. A couple of our other crew people weren't able to stream or they weren't set up yet. So the last hour we went back and forth and we were just kind of playing around and doing like, trying to call each other out on who could play the illest slow jam. And it kind of sparked something in me. I'm like, all right, I'm kind of liking this vibe. And the people who are listening, tune in, all of our friends, they were enjoying it. Like, they're like, oh, I've heard this forever, and you could read the comments in the chats and everything. And it was pretty cool. So I was like, I'm going to do like a slow jams night. And I think this will be a cool way, everybody's stuck at home. If they're working from home or, they're laid off, they're not doing anything. So I figured let's do a Sunday night slow jams. And I just kind of hit me. I'm going to call it Wind Down, where I'll just have a glass of wine and kind of kick back in a mellow vibe. Like, everybody's doing boom bap nights, golden era hip hop nights. They're doing funk nights and stuff. And I was like, let me just do something that's a little bit different. And, I started putting together some of my 90s favorite slow jams and bringing them to people and then sharing stories that I knew about it from reading the CD inserts or articles and stuff from back in the day and kind of refreshing myself on some music. And so like the first couple of months were fantastic where I played some good music and gave some people some trivia and, built some new friends and fans. And it was really cool. And so last month, I think I hit the year anniversary of the show and it was great. Had a lot of milestones that hit too. I did a mint condition tribute night and I promoted it a lot and it got wind of their mint condition fan club. And it like my chat that night, of the followers and stuff just blew up. Like, I think I ended up with like 50 right away. And I was warming the crowd up with other songs before I wanted more people to get in there before I started to get into the mint condition tracks. And then before I knew it, we were full out mint condition and Homer Odell and Ricky from mint condition joined the chat. Wow. And they were in there just kind of vibing out with everybody. And it was real special, but it was like one of those moments where I mentally wasn't prepared for it. So I kind of just blacked out and went in autopilot. And before I knew it, it was, we're 4 hours in and I'm still not done with mint condition tracks and everybody's vibing out. And it's pretty incredible. And I think that was kind of a good connection for me because people were having, busy, chaotic weeks with everything going on, making sure their kids are in, getting their education, people are working from home. Things are just kind of amplified a lot, a lot of emotions and feelings. And this was my way to take it at the end of the week. Let's wind it down, and get everybody just kind of chilled out so we can start the week again fresh. And that's kind of how it's been. Like, I got people on the East Coast who still tune in, and they're 3 hours ahead of us in my show at 10, and they're still listening at 1 o'clock, and then we'll go raid somebody else. And I'm in the chat and they're still vibing out. I'm like, you guys are troopers. I love you. This is really cool. So it's been, the whole, online streaming, I think, has been like the biggest blessing for like DJs, in a sense. People who are I'm going to call them fans, but they're more like friends now, because you're chatting with them and interacting with them. But like, people are reaching to people from all over the world. I have someone from Australia who tunes in and checks out our show, and it's pretty cool, man. Like, I don't know. I think it was a good blessing, and it was a way to take something negative and make it a positive. And I think some people are going to stay online. They got the online platform now, and it works. Yeah. And, it's, whether we all get back to normal or not, they still have that outlet and built some stuff. So yeah, it's cool, man. So
and I feel like that this is going to be a part of, normal again, right? Because people have invested, like you said, people have invested their time in connecting with folk who are not in their area. So like, I think if wind down goes away, a lot of the people who have connected with that, who tap in every week from, not from the Northwest, they're gonna miss that. And I think that's an example of what we will see, what we will continue. I know that it is, because I've had opportunities to talk to people who are planning on, getting back and doing shows and doing concerts, and streaming is going to be a part of that. I think we're seeing that in music. I think we're seeing it in other forms of entertainment. I think we're seeing it in any opportunity that people take to get in front of an audience. They realize now, I have an international reach and can touch people literally all over the world, which is dope.
Yeah. Can you imagine like being at a concert and the artist is streaming their concert live? Like, that's a whole nother entity now, where they can stream their concert live. So if you're not able to attend, they're still having that reach out there, which is incredible. Like, it's, we'll talk about this again later too, but I think the pop-up idea is, I'm going to be streaming some of our DJs throughout the event as well. And, so they can, it's not just a Portland pop-up, it's an online pop-up, and people are going to be able to tune in and interact and be a part of what's going on, and it's exciting to me, because it is another outlet that I think is going to stay.
No doubt.
It's invested.
Yeah. Well, let's get into that, B, because that was sort of the background to what is a part of the background to what is coming. So when did you do the last pop-up?
That was November 2018 was the last pop-up. And I had 2 scheduled for last year for obvious reasons. They got pushed back. And so I've been archiving some designs and some ideas, and I'm ready to put them out. And an opportunity presented itself for me to get a spot. And the duration is more than just a one-night pop-up. It's going to be a 3-day event. And it's kind of just lit the flame under me that's been kind of muted, I would say, for, a little while. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I'm ready. Like, I got stuff, and, I got some financial backing that I've been stacking and saving. So I'm putting a lot into this, and I'm anticipating a lot to come out. So I'm really excited about it. Yeah.
That's what's up. So people who who've been listening to Klyph Notes for a while, will know potentially who you are, but our relationship. So, we're talking about the pop-up, and the pop-up will be for your brand, your local clothing brand, Akepele. So let me pause and just take a second to say how much I appreciate your support of Klyph Notes. It's been so dope to me, bro, to just have this connection and to be able to use my platform, hopefully, to spread the word about Akepele, because it's a brand that I love. All of the stuff that I have, all of the Akepele gear that I have, just like comfortable fit, dope designs, so true to, I think, this thing that I love, this art form that I love. And so let me just once again say how much I appreciate the relationship that we have, that started kind of organically, man. I saw what you was doing and just really wanted to know more about you and know more about the brand, and we just been building. So so thank you, first of all.
Man, I'm happy to be a part of it. I really am. I love what you're doing with Klyph Notes. You connect with a lot of people who might not otherwise get a voice or even get an outlet. And this is another outlet for you to really shine and build relationships with people. And I will say, you are a known man. Everybody knows you, man. And you're very well respected. And I'm just happy to be part of that.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. And then, you know, as you have, continue to grow the brand. You created a new logo for the brand, right? And the Lionheads logo. Can you talk to me about that logo and like what was the genesis of it and the meaning behind it and that whole nine?
Yes, there's kind of a few meanings with the lion, but just I had an idea that I wanted a mascot for the brand, something to represent the brand. When you see it, you're just going to kind of know, oh, I'm part of that. I'm part of what this represents. And the lion for me, is, you know, obviously the king of the jungle, but lions are graceful to me. And they're, I would imagine if you met a lion in person, it's going to be a very humble individual, but know its place and know its value. Right. So I kind of feel like the lion for me represents, somebody having strength, having creativity, having a place in this world, and knowing their full value, but still just being cool about it, right? Yeah. And I got the Kango on the lion to kind of add a little bit of style to him. He looks approachable, but you know that there's something there that's powerful and meaning. And I think that's kind of the soul of the brand. Is the idea that there's creators out there and there's people who are really doing some amazing things, and they're still really humble individuals. They just know their craft and just kind of, let it go out there. So that's kind of an idea around it too. But I also like cats because I think they're mysterious in a way. They're kind of unpredictable. And they're cool as hell until you rub them the wrong way, So it's kind of just a weird thing. I don't know. There's a lot. And so I had one of my high school friends, Jason Petagana, the Secret Fortress, I think is his handle on IG. Jason, I'm sorry if I messed that up. I see him all the time float through and I just know him as Jason. So he designed that for me and we went back and forth and had a couple of ideas and stuff. And I don't know if you can kind of tell in the main of it, there's a capital A in there. You can see it. So
word. I hadn't even noticed that before. Yeah.
So we kind of he did a couple of designs for me and I'm like, hey, let's merge these two and bring them through. And anyways, it all worked out cool. I love the logo. It means something to me. And I think just overall, the idea behind it is just being powerful, graceful, and humble. It's just kind of, I think that's really important.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. So the last pop up, it was dope. You had some DJs come through. You had merch there, but now we get an opportunity to potentially see new designs. Obviously, with the new logo. Other things, but before we talk about the merch, man, let's just talk about the idea of doing a pop-up, because we all have been locked down, right? We all have been we've been able to do some stuff like performances and not just DJing, but other things, live streaming. But in terms of being able to be together live in person, like, bro, this has got to feel so good to be planning this event, to be able to like just see people in person again, bro. So talk to me about when it goes down, where it goes down, and like what can we expect?
Cool. So it'll be June 25th, 26th, and 27th. It's going to be at 144 Northeast Davis. It's on 28th Avenue, 28th and Davis. It's a corner spot, 1,000 square feet, which is about twice as big as the last pop-up. So I've got some room to spread out, and it's going to be a fun event. We're going 12 to 8 Friday and Saturday, and then 12 to 6 on Sunday. And the idea is Friday will be like a kickoff. It'll probably be a slow opening during the day, but as night comes around, we're going to potentially be live streaming the DJs. We're going to have like a happy hour kickoff, beverages for everybody who comes through, just kind of create a vibe. I want people to just come and hang out. Yeah. The whole idea about this pop-up for me is to just get in front of people. It's kind of, people have seen the brand. They just, for whatever reason, I've kind of with being in school and putting my time towards that, I haven't really been the face of the brand that I need to be. And I just figured now it's time to really get out there and let people know who I am, where I've come from, what the brand is about, what it represents. And people will really see that we have a connection with the brand. It's all about the music. It's about the culture. It's about the originators, giving respect to the OGs. You know, it's the designs will tell you all of that. So anyways, we're going to do a little kickoff on Friday. Saturday is going to be a real smooth day. DJs pretty much open to close, just creating the vibe. I just want to meet people. I want people to come out and, you know, introduce themselves, say hello. It'll be my first time out really in public in well over a year. So I'm really excited. You know, we're going to play it safe, you know, free masks for everybody, and just encourage people to be safe still. I know we're all going to be vaccinated for the most part, so still have precautions. I just want everybody to come and have a good time and just, you know, meet the man behind the brand. You know, that's really what it is. So
that's what's up, bro. Yeah. And, you know, and I think that's cool, man, because, with all of the work that you've done, and we've gotten to see and hear about the brand, and obviously your fans know who you are, even just as DJ Renz. But in terms of connecting you with Akepele, I think that's going to be cool, and I think it has the potential to help grow the whole situation, not just the brand. I mean, I don't know. I look at, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I look at the brand of Akepele as more than just the merch. I mean, I really look at it as a community when I see how you've built it up and the people that you have connected with, and to give people an opportunity to tap in that way, I think is pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's good. I think an element of that too is I try to keep everything associated to the brand as local as possible. Yeah. You know, as long as the financials are there and the artists are there. Like I said, my friend Jason Petagana, he designed the lion mascot, and then also did my first the graffiti style Akepele. He did that one for me, which was one of the first designs we did. And then I reached out to another childhood friend, Taz Rock of DEFCON 5, and he's the one who did the B-boy character, and he did 2 designs for me. One is still yet to be released. I'm kind of figuring out what garment I want to put it on. It's another very colorful piece. But I've just reached out to, you know, use local screen printers when possible, and trying to just keep it in the community here and you know, give the business that way. And so far it's been pretty good. It's been, you know, I've been able to maintain that very well. And I'm excited to, because, you know, I respect all the artists, all the DJs here in Portland. You know, we got a city full of talent all the way around in every aspect of the culture. Yeah. I mean, from MCs, B-boys. I mean, it's just, Portland is, I don't want to say it's underrated, because we do have some elements that are very well known, but I just feel like sometimes Portland gets slept on, and there's just a lot of talent here. There really is, and there always has been. It's just kind of it's, you know, we're like the little brother to Seattle, and, you know, and the big brother to Eugene, but Eugene sometimes gets more love than Portland. So
true that, you know, bro. True that.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it's all good. I'm happy that I'm having an outlet now where I can connect with people and, you know, and outfit some people. And I hope, you know, eventually people are going to see and understand the relation with the brand and the culture and me, you know, and them, you know, we all have something in common and something to pull and represent. So
that's what's up.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy because you talk about building with people and keeping things local, but I also look at the things that you've done really as collaborative process. Like you said, doing the situation with Taz Rock, I think was really dope. Being consistent with the designer and the homie, like from back in the day, which I really think is dope. Me having an opportunity to do the collab with the DJ Klyph tees and the Klyph Notes tees. I mean, to be able to have those and have that Akepele A on them just feels like an honor. And I think that to me can separate what Akepele is from another brand, because it is building, again, it is building community. It's building sort of this idea that we are working together to create something that will be lasting, and inviting other people to be a part of that is just really, really dope, B.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So one of the things I wanted to point out, and you mentioned it at the pop-up, masks will be available. It's, you know, going to be safe. Want to be mindful that a lot of folk have been vaccinated, but we know that, you know, this virus thing is not going away tomorrow. So people should feel comfortable. They should feel safe coming and hanging out and feeling like that they don't have to worry. Well, we all have to worry, but that we're taking precautions.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know things are opening back up, which I'm grateful for. But I still, in my heart, you know, having gone through it, I don't want to put anybody at risk. So, I just figure free masks, for at least the first 200 people, if we've got more in the back or whatever works, then we'll make that happen. But I figure, give them out, let you rock it and wear it, No
doubt.
Plus, you come through and, you're safe. You'll have a beverage. You have, some conversation and some elbow bumps. So not really shaking hands.
Right. I've been fist bumping people like mad, B. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was kind of like that before. Anyways, I'm kind of like an undercover germaphobe. So I shaking hands is cool, but I even have hand sanitizer in my car. When I get back to my car, I'm like, okay, I'm good. I just don't know. I don't know.
Bruh, look, wifey hooks me up. I got the pump spray with me all the time, brother. I be you want to hit of this? Yeah, I mean,
it's one of those like when someone offers you hand sanitizer, you're like kind of like offering gum. Do I need this?
Right. 100%, bro.
Yeah, it's all good though.
I don't want to spoil anything, man, but in terms of some of the new designs, because you've actually leaked a couple things, like we've seen a couple things, some things that you've done just like an ode to, like you did the Stevie Wonder situation. That was an ode to. Can you talk to us about some of the newer designs that you're working on? Yeah,
so let's see. I'm breaking out some of my archives of stuff I've been working on. I'm just kind of finalizing some designs, but I'm giving a nod to some more originals. So I'll say that.
Okay.
And then I'm definitely bringing back some classics and revamping a couple classics that have been staples for Akepele. And let's see, I'm expanding the garment wear. There's gonna be some more accessories.
Okay.
Some more. I definitely have the hats there. That's no secret. Re-upping on the jackets. So, what was sold out, we'll have those on hand. I mean, I'm pretty much bringing everything out so you can get a chance to see it. I think what's really important about this though is the designs are there and they're going to be very well received and they're very well thought out. But I really want people to see the quality of the merch. Like I think we talked about this at the very first time we had a conversation, is that I spent a lot of time and effort buying samples and finding what fits well, what feels well, and what shrinks well. Because, my biggest peeve is dropping, $30-$40 on a tee. And then I realize it's just some, Gildan or Hanes tee with a cool logo on it. And I wash it and wear it one time and, it shrinks up in all sorts of ways that are uncomfortable and it's real stiff. And it just, that's not a comfortable tee you want to wear. It's almost like you want to just frame it and put it up on the wall. Like I own this now, but I can't wear it because I wear it one time and it's disconfigured, Anyways, it's just important to me for quality. So I've spent a lot of time and money just narrowing down what brands I like to work with and products. And so expanding my colorways, being a little more colorful on some things, and just bringing out stuff kind of slowly as far as quality out there. So, I'm excited. I'm some of this stuff I've been sitting on for a while with the anticipation of a pop-up. So being able to present it and put it out there. So it's good. But I will say there'll be a lot of new stuff. There'll be some classics. I definitely have some one-offs and some samples of things that I tried. And I was like, that looks all right, but not what I want to put out. So they'll have a chance to grab some of those. And then, I'm going to clear off some stuff that I've been just sitting on too. So, you don't want to get the full lineup right yet. You can get a couple pieces at the hookup price.
That's what's up.
It'll be cool. I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, and I've told you this before, bro, like, and you released it for the anniversary situation, but one of my favorite designs is that original graffiti logo, man. I love that. I got the white one like that you released for the anniversary, and then I got the black tee. And I'm kind of funny with my stuff, B. Like, I want my stuff to, like, stuff that I really like, I want it to last. So I wear it very sparingly. You know what I mean? Very sparingly.
I understand.
You know what I mean? But the crazy thing, like this one right here, I really love this one. I wear this one all the time. And I can say that, like you said, bro, wash and wear, and no, like it hasn't shrunk. Like the logo's not faded. You do it right, bro. You absolutely do it right.
I'm trying. That was the one of the biggest things too, is when I started this, I think I've said this before, but I'll say it again, is if I was going to put out some clothes, I I want it to be quality, and I want it to mean something, and having just your one-off, dollar tees with a nice logo on it was not going to cut it for me. If I'm going to do it, I'm doing it right.
Yeah.
So
that's what's
I
up.
don't know, can you hear that now? You don't hear anything?
I heard something just a second ago.
Okay, yeah. My building's rattling. I'm glad it's not affecting the setup. Like the train is going by again.
Okay. So so it's funny though, because you mentioned that once again before I turned the mics on, and about, I don't know, 10 minutes into our conversation, because I'm not at the studio where I would normally record, right? Because of COVID. So I've been, I said I'm at the crib, and not soundproof, and my neighbor's cutting his lawn. So now you might be hearing the lawn, but you know what I mean? It's what we do.
I didn't hear it, which is great. Yeah.
Exactly.
But here too, like I'm in my studio here is right off the train tracks, and I share a building with a lot of other businesses, and they come and go a lot. So, that's why I stream at night mostly, because they're here during the day, and I'm not trying to blast them out and, be that guy.
Right.
So I just, mostly do all my streams, late at night when nobody's here. But there's been a couple of times, like I've been startled, like someone comes into to work, and I leave the door cracked a little bit, just, so I'm not feel like I'm locked in my office,
right,
at the studio. And then someone comes in and the light clicks on motion sensor, and I'm like, it startles me. I'm like, you're not supposed to be here.
Right. That's why I'm doing it.
But you're not supposed to be here.
Right.
Yeah,
that's cool. Crazy. So you have the pop-up coming. You've talked about a bunch of new designs that are coming. And things are opening up again. And have you given thought to, all right, so where do we go? Where do we go next? Like the pop-up happens. You've been doing some really dope things with the live stream. Are you thinking of interconnecting those in any form? Do you have like a plan for what we can look for from Akepele or from Renz further on into 2021? Yeah,
so I definitely want to make these pop-ups more often to kind of launch new designs. Like this one's going to be for like summer/fall winter, so you'll be able to be caught up on some stuff. Obviously I have new products coming in fall for full winter, but I think I want to do another pop-up, but I want to do it strictly online, and I want to bring in some DJs that I've been kind of just following, who are phenomenal DJs, and bring them on board and do like an Akepele online pop-up where I'll have them, do their sets however they want to play, just kind of do them, but it'll be around the theme of the brand and, pushing the brand. It's probably going to take a little bit of coordination and talking with some individuals, but, lacing a lot of people up with a lot of merch to make it worth it. But I feel like what I want to do is, allow these DJs to shine and give them a platform. And then, while building a brand too, on another element, and it's kind of, I am a DJ. I love DJing, and that's something that ties me to the brand, but I also want to be able to give love, where it's at, and kind of bring those two elements together and do a strictly online version of it. And then do something cool for people to buy online, like whether it's going to be giveaways or something comes with every purchase, or I don't know, free shipping for that duration or something like that. I'll figure out a way to make it work, but that's something I want to do not long after this pop-up to keep the momentum going. And then as far as me, I really want to keep my streams going, but if numbers start to decline, I have to start looking for other means. But so far we're hanging in there steady. I want to get back into the venue scene. Potentially bringing Wine Down to an actual live venue, I think will be cool. And, definitely keep it on a Sunday, probably pull it in a little bit early, but I feel like there's a market for it and people would appreciate it, playing some, mid-tempo R&B into slow jams. I know if we didn't touch that earlier, that's what Wine Down is. It's mid-tempo R&B and slow jams. A lot of it's throwback, into the 90s, because 90s to me, I think was one of the illest eras for slow jams. Like it just kind of, things changed and it changed for the good, and it just kind of another style and feel of music. So I think there's a definitely a market for that, to bring it into person. So hopefully that will go, we'll see.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. You also do, what's the situation that you did as a whole bunch of DJs who were doing the Prince thing?
Yeah. So I actually have another one going up tomorrow. So Mighty Moves, we did a few things. He was doing this thing called Sexy MF, like on a monthly, where he just do Prince jams, and he started inviting myself and DJ 6040 to like, we just extended the set to be longer, and we went back and forth between the three of us. And then he decided we do a raid train on the anniversary of Prince's passing. And we had, I think, 13 DJs, and we were talking in our group thread, me, Mighty, and 6040. And I was like, we should call it Purple Raid. Just like that. It just sounds kind of cool. Like Purple Rain, Purple Raid, like it ties in, and it kind of just went through the chat thread. And then both Mighty Moves and Richard kind of came back, and they're like, that actually sounds kind of dope. Let's do it. So anyways, the first one that Mighty put together was the 13 DJs, and we were all over the world and rocked for the duration of the day. We all had our set and killed it, and everybody brought something different. They played their own twist of Prince songs. Some of it was Prince produced music. Some people did Prince live stuff. Some people did associations. They did covers, all these things, and the pop hits. So we, there's well over 24 hours of Prince music to do. So that event we rocked. It was really cool. We had a good time. And then Mighty put together another one for tomorrow for his actual birthday. And there's 18 of us DJs now, I think. And it starts tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. And it's DJs from literally all over the world again. Wow. Man, see, I'm not even going to try and name off every DJ, because I'm going to forget somebody, and it's going to be, I feel bad. But, the flyers are all online. You can hit my social media handle, AKA RENZO, or even Akepele, just at Akepele on anything, and you'll see it. But there's 18 of us. We're going for the full day, and I'm closing it out at midnight. So
that's what's up.
You can stay up. I got a few surprises I'm working on, so it'll be fun. I'm excited. We have a lot of returning DJs from last time that really rocked it and did some cool stuff. One of our dudes played all 45s, and he has some of the rarest like Prince songs and like remixes, covers. It was incredible. And it's I don't know, I could speak on it all day. It's a fun event, and it's sharing one of the most iconic artists of our time, just celebrating his life. And it's fun. I'm happy to be a part of it. So shout out to Mighty Moves for putting this together.
Word.
Dude. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. And it's, speaking of Mighty Moves, man, big ups, because I'm on his mailing list, and I get those edits from him, bro. And
he's working.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So man, it once again, it's so dope to see all of the things that you're doing. And I think a common thread through everything that you've described that you do is you're really focused in on quality, not just quantity. And I think that's one of the things that just sort of that idea of excellence is so dope, man. And I think that's in a time and an era where there is pressure to continue to create and put out product, whether it's DJing, whether it's making music, whether it's putting together clothing, whatever it is. Like, there's just this pressure where you got to stay in front of people, so you got to just continue to put stuff out. Sometimes with that, I think quality goes down a bit, because it's hard to just keep up. But you've been consistent with quality, which I think is dope, and really excited to see, in terms of the Akepele merch, like what you got cooking. And so people know, look, I rep, like I'm a brand ambassador, and I don't even know. So I'm I'm super, super psyched, bro.
I think part of I get this from a lot of different outlets, but the mysterious element is there, but it's also the inner workings. And that's something I'm actually trying to get better at. For whatever reason, I guess I get kind of weird with things where I'm like, I just want it all to be a secret, and then I'll make this big announcement and stuff, right? But in the process, I'm starting to, realize that people like to see the process of how things work. So, my goal is to start, in the near future, even building to this pop-up, is to start bringing people into my process a little bit and not be so guarded with it, because I feel like, it's anybody could do this, anybody could, people are actually doing it, but it's about being able to sustain the highs and lows of it, though. Some months sales are really low, some months sales are great, and then some people just fall off. Like, they'll have a big run, they'll promote it the hell out of it, and release a bunch of stuff, and then realize, oh man, this is a lot of work to keep it going, and then the brands fall off. And I've seen a lot come and go since I started. And, believe me, I've had the ups and downs, and trying to run this while I'm going to school full time was very challenging, and maybe not the best idea, but, I'm taking some of those those learnings and I'm applying them now. And I'm just, I want to let people into my process a little bit and kind of get to know me. I think that's going to help people understand where I come from because, not everybody's heard of me, but I'm not unheard of, so it's I think people know me, know a little bit of my history. They'll see the relevance and kind of understand where I'm trying to go with this brand, and it's all about the music, you'll start seeing that a lot. It's all about the music. So
that's what's up. That's what's up, man.
It was good.
So just to make sure people know, man, one more time, run down the dates and times. So this event is happening in Portland, Oregon. So all times are going to be Pacific Standard Time, but run down the dates and times for me.
So the dates, June 25th, 26th, 27th. It'll run at 12 to 8, Friday, Saturday, and 12 to 6 on Sunday. We're going to have live DJs all 3 days. This will be an online event too. So if you're not in Portland, your benefits to interact online, and there's going to be some stuff online on the website that are going to be for my online people. So it's not like it's just, I'm calling it the Portland pop-up because I'm going to be live here, but it will be an online thing. So everybody's going to have access to the same stuff. My people who are online are going to have, some treats. Just know that I don't want to give it away yet.
Right.
But there'll be some treats and worthwhile to participate. And I hope everybody does at least pop through. If you're in Portland, just come through, say hi, give an elbow bump, just at least check it out. If it's not for you, maybe it's for somebody,
yeah.
It is there. My feelings aren't hurt. But I believe that when you come through, you're going to love the quality and you'll love the designs. And I think it'll be something you enjoy. And if you're not in Portland and you can't make the pop-up, just go online, akepele.com, phonetic spelling, Akepele, and at Akepele on just about every platform except TikTok yet. I'm not on there. I'm still kind of weird about the TikTok thing. But
so am I, bro. Like I just, come on, man. One more platform, bro.
It's all good.
And then, so if people want to tap in online, if they're not in Portland, they'll be able to just go right to akepele.com.
Yep.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yeah. And I mean, like as of right now too, you sign up for the mailing list, you get 10% off your first order. So, you could grab some stuff now. There's a lot of stuff available right now. But grab some more stuff at the pop-up too.
That's what's up. No doubt.
We'll talk on it.
It's once again, bro, it's exciting because we're seeing things start to open up again. It's exciting to be able to just see one another and network and hang out in person, and to be able to do it in this fashion where people get to hear good music, people get to see good quality clothing, and just be together, be community once again is really dope, man. So big ups to you for even coming up with the idea or having the passion to bring people together, because that is absolutely a part of it, and it takes a lot of work as you've described. But I think that I think that that's to be celebrated, that you have the heart for this, man. So big ups to you.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much. I got to give a shout out to my fiance Mel. She's been a trooper through all of this. And when the idea of the pop-up came up, she was just bright-eyed and was like, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make it look like this. And so it's going to be solid, and I got one of my best friends. She works in retail in Seattle, and she's going to come down and help us set up and get some stuff going. So I got a good team of people behind me, and I'm very grateful to have that. So it's going to be fun. that's what I'm more excited about. It's going to be fun to get in front of people, share my creations, and just, tell my story and try and let people know that my story is their story too. We all come from the same place. We all love the same music. We all vibe the same way. It's just, that's really what it's about. So
that's what's up, bro. DJ Renz, Akepele. So if one more time, man, I want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to tap in with everything that you're doing. So if people are really interested in the live streaming and the DJ sets that you're doing, how can people tap into that?
I'm on Twitch at Renz Radio, RENZRADIO. It's kind of like my own personal radio station. So you're going to hear what I want to play. So I do every Sunday night from 7 to 10 p.m. Pacific time. I do wind down, mid-tempo R&B and slow jams. Once a month, I do a New Jack Swing night. Then the day is going to kind of vary a little bit. I realized I was doing it on Friday and Saturday, and I'm competing with a lot of really great DJs for viewership. So I'm going to try and switch the nights up to a less populated night to bring the viewership up, because I got a lot I want to play. So just trying to be strategic. And then once a month, I also do a Soul Good night, which is like funk and soul music. I'm digging back in my record crates again. It's been real easy and convenient to pull off the laptop, but I'm in my storage unit going through records as we speak. So I'm excited to bring some of those back and just play from my creation. So it's been good.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And then everybody who listens to this, they get to hear it each episode. But let them know one more time, man. What's the website for Akepele?
Website, akepele.com, Akepele. And it is the phonetic spelling. So if you forget, just go to type in Akepele like you know it, and you'll see how to spell it. Nah. 100%.
100%.
Yeah.
DJ Renz, bruh, once again, man, I so appreciate your friendship, man. I'm so happy that to keep it 100, bro, I'm happy that Akepele made it through the pandemic and is in a place now that you can share more of what you've created with folk, and really looking forward and excited for what's to come, B.
Appreciate it, man. Me too. It's gonna be a good one.
That's what's up, man.
You can tell I'm excited, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. As well you should be.
It's great right here.
Well you should be, man.
Good.
Once again, man, big ups to Akepele for continuing to support the Klyph Notes podcast, available everywhere that you listen to audio: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Audible, Spotify, everywhere. So definitely tap in, share, let people know about the podcast, man. Big ups to the homie Theory Hazit for creating the official theme song for the Klyph Notes podcast. You can check me out everywhere at DJ Klyph, DJ Klyph. I'm continuing to do my thing, man. So once again, man, thank y'all so much for checking out the podcast. Until we have an opportunity to do this again, y'all be blessed. Peace.
Peace.